It happens. It's frustrating, irritating, and even maddening. You place a tenant in the property and the rental agreement documents no pets or animals. You counsel the tenants that this is a binding agreement. Then a vendor goes out to a property to repair something and reports back that there is a man-eating dog, or there is a drive-by the property and a cat is spotted sitting in the window. A neighbor reports a dog that is continually barking. Generally, if a tenant moves in an unauthorized animal, the information comes out in some form or another. Now, what do you do? The first step is to find out exactly what situation is occurring in the property. It could turn out that they are temporarily keeping an animal for a friend or family member. It's possible a stray wandered onto the property and they simply adopted it. They may have decided they wanted a dog or a kitty for their children and just think they only have to pay more in a deposit. And of course, it may be they deliberately planned to move a pet in from the beginning, even though they knew the property owner would not accept one. Knowing the mindset of the tenant is a big key in figuring out what to do. The next step may be one of the following. A letter documenting the situation is sent notifying the tenant that they have violated the rental agreement and they have to resolve the situation with their property management company and owner. They're required to contact us to meet to review the animal. By telephone, we request a walkthrough to see the condition of the property, see the animal in question, and discuss the violation of their agreement. It's important to find out exactly what type of pet they have moved into the property. It could be something simple such as a gerbil or hamster. It could be a snake, a parrot, a cat, a small dog, a large dog, etc. Whether it's small or large, any animal can cause damage, and it could even be one that is illegal to keep in the residence, such as barnyard animals in residential housing. The zoning of the property determines what animals are allowed in the property, as well as the preferences of the property owner. It could be that it's a temporary problem, a pet that is suitable, or a situation where the unauthorized pet is simply unacceptable. This will dictate what steps need to be taken, and every situation is different. Here are some scenarios. The situation is temporary, and after receiving a notice from their property manager, the tenant removes the pet. A follow-up walkthrough confirms this. The tenant, after notification from their property manager, removes the animal because they don't want to incur poor rental history or pay an increase to their deposit. It could also be that the tenant has chosen a reasonable animal, they're being responsible for its care, and it hasn't affected the condition of the property, and it's acceptable to the property owner. In addition, they're willing to sign documentation with increased security deposit. Perhaps the pet is not an acceptable situation for whatever reason, and a notice is sent to the tenant to remove the pet immediately. We find that the majority of tenants will respond and work to resolve the issue of an unwanted pet. There are situations where it can require an eviction. In that case, we normally find it's in the best interest of the property to take the steps to remove this tenancy and a destructive pet. As your property management company, our first action is to avoid this problem by placing a well-qualified tenant in the property. However, tenants are human and not always predictable. No matter what preventative measures we take, what we do know is that it's crucial to approach each unwanted pet situation by finding out the facts to determine what to do and how to advise you, the property owner. Then we take the necessary steps to resolve the situation as soon as possible to protect your investment.